Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back for some more Let's Read Tsukihime. We're now on chapter 8 called Death. That could be bad. Anyways, we learned that CL Senpai has a dark secret of her own that Shiki has no idea what's going on with that. But we, being cultured individuals, obviously know what her shtick is, but let's learn along with Shiki, in case you don't know. So let's get going. Back for some more reading. I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm in so much, I want to do this like every night if I can. The only problem is, I work most nights. But hey, it's okay. It'll be good. We'll get through it. It's not like it's gonna be 200 parts like some other game I'm playing. Anyways, so what's up? White. The color white summons an old memory. Something forgotten, even though it honestly looks more gray. Something I was supposed to forget. Something my father commanded me to forget. Uh-oh. We know what happens here. A hot summer day, a blue sky, and large columns of summer clouds. The wafting breeze and the droning voice of cicadas. The voice of cicadas. Chirp, 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 chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. So loud, I want to die. Cicada shells are lying in the clearing. As if the sun is right by my side, the clearing is roasting. A hot midsummer's day, as if the entire world became a frying pan. See, now I know what this is, so it's not as embarrassing. Akiha is crying. Akiha, who would always obediently stay close behind me, is brimming forth with tears. A child lies collapsed at her feet. His white shirt is painted red with blood, and he doesn't move at all. I'm looking down at that. My hands are red, just like the child on the ground. No, that's not it. These hands are red with the blood of that child. Akiha! The adults are coming. After seeing this sight, their expressions change rapidly. What in the... The adults take Akiha away. The child lies there, dead. In the distant sky, the white clouds. I'm left alone, staring at the sky aimlessly. Did you kill him? The adults are yelling at me. They shout my name, the one who killed the child. Those two syllables, shouting as if they went crazy. Just those two syllables. Those adults call me Shiki, as my hands are stained in red. Oh, I feel like I saw an old familiar dream. I open my eyes. I'm in my room. Is it just me, or are the lines more defined? Like, they were there before, we've seen him before, but not this clearly. I'm in my room. After losing consciousness by the mansion wall, it seems like I somehow made it back here. My thoughts still aren't coming together. I remember the whirling events of last night. The man wrapped entirely in bandages, and how he could see lines just like me. After he was impaled by those swords, his body burst aflame. With a voice that sounded like his dying curse, he ran off. After that, I can only remember things vaguely. The figure on top of the streetlight. That figure that saved me. That seemed to resemble CL Senpai. I was a bit worried that he was not going to remember that, it looked like the girl who gave us the time of day. But shucks, now it seems like maybe there was an ulterior motive all along. Just like how it always is with those females. Yeah, right. That can't be true. I finally wake up. Putting on my glasses, I get up in bed. The clock says it's past 8. Normally I would have long since eaten breakfast by now, but today's a school holiday. Oh, good, good. That's lucky. Hisui isn't here? The figure of Hisui standing before the door like a shadow is nowhere to be seen. I'm sure she came here many times to wake me up, but I never did, so she probably went off to do her other duties. I let out a deep sigh. After I parted with Arkawade last night, the events afterwards are beyond my comprehension. That bandaged man and that figure that helped me, they're just not things I can understand no matter how much I try. Whatever the case, I have to meet Arkawade tonight. She has to be able to give me some answers. I'll talk to her about all those strange things, but for now, I just have to return to my normal life or I'll go crazy. Alright, first things first. Time for breakfast. People can't do anything on an empty stomach after all. That's not me feeling bad because I always skip breakfast. Not today, actually. Actually, today was the first day in a while that I haven't skipped breakfast because as part of one of my birthday presents, I was given a little breakfast care package, which had 2 things in it. The first was bacon, which, I mean, who doesn't love a good bunch of bacon? It's turkey bacon, though, which if you've never had turkey bacon, it's very different. It doesn't taste like bacon, but it's still good. It's like an alternative, right? But then the other thing I had was crepes. Now, normally what I do is whenever we have crepes, I take the crepes and then I put in some chocolate chips and then I microwave it to give it like a chocolatey inside, which is real nice. But we were out of chocolate chips, which is a damn shame because somebody keeps sneaking in there to eat them during the night. I'm not going to point out someone. I'm not going to point out someone specific, gremlin, but what we had and I'm going to be honest, the only reason I'm going into this because there's been a distinct lack of cooking talk in this, and I need that. So I'm going to tell you, I had some leftover Easter chocolate eggs, like the little mini ones, right? And what I did was I took them and I put them on a cutting board, and in the bag, I smashed them with a knife, like the blunt edge of the knife. I smashed them, and then I put those, like, chocolate with the sugar shells into the crepe and into the microwave, and let me tell you, delicioso. That was a good breakfast. Probably have that, again, next time. There's still some leftovers, but that's the type of breakfast I go for. I hate cereal. Cereal is horrible. It makes me want to die. If I'm going to eat breakfast, there needs to be meat, and there needs to be something sweet. I'm picky like that. Otherwise, just coffee's good enough for me. But enough about that. Let's continue with the story. Shaking the sleep from my body, I go to the sitting room. On the second floor east wing hallway, I see a dark uniform. It's probably Hisui. Seems like Hisui was leaving Akiha's room. I guess we'll run into each other anyway, so won't hurt to give a greeting. Hey, Hisui! Call out to her. Hisui realizes I'm here and quietly shuffles on over to me. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Yeah, morning. Sorry for just waking up whenever I felt like it. I apologize as well. I should have been there when you awoke. Please forgive me. Hisui silently bows her head. Being apologized to like this after I left in the middle of the night and managing to get back to my room, I suddenly feel like the worst person in the world. There's no need to apologize. I didn't wake up at the usual time, so it's my fault. It's okay if you want to voice your complaints. Voice my complaints? Yeah? My friend always says I'm always a lazy bum, and he always tells me, he always tells me an occasional whack to my back is good to set me straight. Get physical with me. manhandle me. Hisui stands there thinking silently as she stares at me. It's like that for about a minute. She doesn't even blink, but just stares at me. I knew forcing Hisui to do such an ordinary thing would be impossible. Don't worry, just forget it. More importantly, I'm kinda hungry. Is breakfast ready? Nei-san went outside. Your breakfast is ready in the dining room. Oh, in that case, I'll go have some food. Sorry to bother you while you were working. After saying a quick goodbye, I head downstairs. That's my movement. That's me like walking. See, it's like I'm pretending to walk. After breakfast, I return to the sitting room and come face to face with Hisui. Ah, that was good. Thanks for making such a great breakfast every morning. I bring my hands together in thanks. Preparing meals is Nei-san's duty. If you wish to compliment the meal, please tell Nei-san instead. That's true, but your duties are really completely separate? Such as like today, when only I slept in. I thought you might make it. Shiki-sama, are you saying the breakfast was not to your taste? Her words are so off topic, it's like troubling. Does she think I was saying I wanted her to make breakfast because the breakfast tasted so bad? No, that's not it. Even cold. Kohaku-san's cooking is delicious. Oh my god, do these guys not own a microwave? Yeah, okay, no, if these guys are like anti-television, they're probably anti-microwave too. Like, I've had to deal with people that were like, I don't want microwaves touching my food. And it's like, it's not how it works. It's just a microwave. It just heats it up. It just heats it up. It doesn't do anything. The waves go through and it heats up. It is so simple science. So yeah, they're probably anti-microwavers. But I like it when it's warm. And it'd make me really happy if I got to taste your cooking, Hisui. I cannot do that. Shiki-sama, I refuse to cook for you. Her eyes suddenly take on a challenging look. Oh, I see. I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do. You already do so much for me already. Still silent, she faces me as if she wants to say something. What could it be? Is it something that's difficult for her to say? Is she bad at cooking? That'd be an endearing character trait. What's wrong, Hisui? Did I do something bad without realizing it again? Hisui shakes her head no. She just stands there silently. Then I'll go back to my room. If you need me, please call for me. Oh, no, that was her. Okay, that was her saying that. I was like, why would she or he call? Okay. Later, I say as I start to walk out of the room. But before that, Hisui walks towards the lobby. Shiki-sama. This may be impolite, but I wanted to fulfill your request to the best of my ability. Huh? She looks directly at me. This morning, I came to realize how powerless I am. Huh? 7 times. I called out 7 times, but there was no response. Is this acceptable? 7 times? What do you mean? I'm totally lost as to what she wants to say. She turns around. To say it candidly, I think you are very dense, Shiki-sama. I know we told her to, like, be honest with us, but ouch, that still hurts. Hisui disappears into the lobby with her footsteps trailing in the air. Huh? Left by myself, I blurt out stupidly. After thinking to myself for a while, I finally realized she was complaining to me. It's okay if you want to voice your complaints, I said that earlier. That was my request? Yeah, there's no mistake. Hisui was thinking about it the whole time, and was waiting for me in the sitting room just to tell me. Well, that is a complaint, but... She said it, but saying dense is, like, a little too blunt, right? I don't really want to think it, but does Hisui really hate me? Oh, I wouldn't like that. I go back to my room, but I don't really have anything to do there. Thinking about what I should do next, I decide to walk around the mansion I haven't explored in 8 years. I arrive at the lobby. Come to think of it, I was always getting yelled at for playing in the mansion as a kid. I'm no kid anymore to play in the mansion, and my old man is also gone. Yeah, screw you, old man. I can do what I want. I'm gonna slide down the banisters. You can't stop me. I used to get so excited just walking the hallways when I was a kid, but I don't feel anything at all. For some reason, I aimlessly wandered around the mansion to confirm my childhood memories. The hallway stretches quite a long distance. When I was a child, I believed this hallway would go on forever. The mansion seemed as large as a castle, and every day, I would walk a bit around the mansion and carve my name on the wall, pillars, or the floor. It was a sort of game I would play with Akiha to see who could take over the mansion. Saying that wherever I put my name became my territory, it would really just the two of us walking around the mansion and carving our names here and there. Oh, here. Still here? On the handrail by the stairs is carved the name Shiki. It's probably because these games that my old man forbade us from playing inside the mansion. Anyway, if I look closely, I can see both my name and Akiha's all over the place. The Spacious Mansion. Well, I used to think it was like a giant castle. Now it almost seems like an abandoned, haunted house. Because, well, I've grown up since then. Akiha and I, we're not the Tono Akiha and the Tono Shiki that we used to be then. I go outside. Come to think of it, most of the time we spent playing was in the garden. Since Akiha was obedient to that old man, unlike me, she could only play outside for about 30 minutes a day. And still, she usually stayed behind us, watching and listening. But she would energetically run out with us and compete with us in whatever games we would play. Perhaps her personality stems from those times. She might have suppressed herself in front of that old man. But still, Akiha has changed like too much since then. Maybe these 8 years were a longer time than I thought. I go to the courtyard. Outside, the walls are also inscribed with names. Shiki, Shiki, Akiha, Shiki, Akiha, Shiki, Akiha, Shiki, 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 Aki, Shiki. Okay. Okay. Twice now. Twice. We've seen an instance of Shiki's name in all capital letters. And here, as you can see, there's a couple times where it's lowercase, or like, you know, regular case, or uppercase. In his flashback, his name was written in all uppercase. The 2 syllables, right? Now, I don't know. I'm thinking there might be something there. Because the Japanese language is so weird with, like, how you can read the same thing in, like, 4 or 5 different ways. Like how Josuke Higashikata could also then be written as Jojo, like, through some shenanigans of the language. So, my mind's going to... Is there something different between sentence case Shiki and capital Shiki? We'll have to see. The ratios are like that, and the name Shiki appeared far more times. I suppose Akiha was just a girl, so she couldn't keep up with a boy. Jeez, it would have been better if I held back a bit. Cursing myself from that time doesn't change the number of my scribbles. If this was the case, I probably made Akiha pretty angry, considering how much she hates losing. Let's see. Maybe she's taking it out on me now. I'm sure she's not the kind to do that, but if she did, it's a little cute. I'm an older brother, stupid for his little sister. What do you mean by that, sir? What are you saying? I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I really am. Well then. I'm not looking forward to that route. I'm really not looking forward to that route. Okay. Well then. With a nostalgic, peaceful feeling, I stroll through the courtyard. Hisui? As I come to the rear courtyard, I see Hisui's figure from behind. Hisui doesn't realize I'm here. What is she doing? Going into the woods like that? A bit curious, I follow her from a slight distance. And where Hisui headed to, there seems to be a small clearing. Huh? There's a clearing in that place? Tilting my head to the side, I try to remember, but for some reason my memory's a bit vague. In the forest of the mansion, I can see a clearing as if the trees were cut. No, can see is not quite right. If you walk by normally, you probably would never notice it. If Hisui didn't walk there, hidden up by the surrounding trees as it is, I would never have noticed, even if I had lived here all my life. Was that always there? If it was, we probably played there as kids. To say the least, I don't remember playing with Akiha in the clearing. I feel like I've never been there before. After thinking for a bit, I decided to go into the clearing. The clearing doesn't strike me as anything out of the ordinary. I don't see any sign of Hisui. What is this? It's just an empty place. I walk to the middle. It really is just a empty space. The perfectly level open ground. The deep woods enclosing the area. Oh. The voice of the cicadas. And the strong summer sunshine that feels like it could dissolve. Summer sunshine? Ouch! The wound on my chest starts to hurt. It's like stabbing. This pain that feels like a kitchen knife stabbing my chest. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. What is this? From somewhere I hear the voice of cicadas. But it's autumn now. The summer sunshine bathes everything in white. Columns of summer clouds in the far sky. I practically see the voices. At my feet, discarded shells of cicadas. Discarded shell. Someone's discarded shell. My wound opens. My chest becomes painted a dark crimson. Black vermilion soaks both my hands. Someone's crouched silhouette. The approaching footsteps of a young girl. The columns of clouds in the far sky. The discarded shells of cicadas. Then, in front of me, the crying Akiha who is drenched in blood. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Ah, voices which try to pierce my eardrums. Voices of cicadas. Oh, girl. My chest hurts. I feel sick. My wound is healed a long time ago. Why does it hurt so much? My chest is broken. That old wound opens. Blood flows forth from the opening. What is this? My wound, it hasn't healed at all. It hurts. I'm scared. This is the impulse called death. My consciousness sinks. My wound hurts. My body collapses to the earth with a large thud. I can hear voices talking. Oh. Akiha-sama, are you not going to call for a doctor? Don't be stupid, Hisui. There's no way I could do that since Nissan's wound isn't normal. What do you mean by that? Akiha and Hisui are talking. This is Shiki's Y'all see those capital letters, right? You see that? I got some feelings. It looks like I am sleeping in the bed. I planned to say, yo, and get out of bed, but I can't move at all. My chest doesn't hurt anymore, but my body feels as heavy as lead. All I can move are my eyes and mouth. Can you imagine that? Only being able to move your eyes and mouth? That would be hell. Anyways. Just what in the world were you trying to do, Hisui? You know not to let Shiki go near that place. Please, forgive me. This can't be solved by apologizing. You were assigned to serve Nissan to avoid this kind of situation. So what were you doing? Completely different from her usual manner, Akiha gives full vent to her anger. In comparison, Hisui's accepting the scolding, looking down silently. I'm not sure how this all came about, but I can at least tell that Hisui's being yelled at because of me. Answer me, Hisui. What were you doing, and where were you all day long? Hisui doesn't respond. The air grows tenser between them. Biting her lip, Akiha takes a step towards Hisui. Even I can understand that Akiha intends to hit her. Oh no, you can't hit her. But if you do, make sure you do like your light into your medium into your heavy, and then after your heavy, do a special, and then hopefully that'll give you enough time to pop a launcher into an air combo. See, that sounds funny because Melty Blood exists. Hisui seems to know this as well, but she just stands with her head hung in shame, ready to receive it. Hold on, Akiha. Nissan, you're awake. Yeah, you were so loud I woke up. That's a Tosaka sprite. That is 150% a Tosaka sprite. I've seen that sprite, that exact pose before. Anyways, Akiha looks away uncomfortably. Hisui still keeps looking down, not even trying to look at me. You know, you shouldn't let it out on Hisui. I don't know the circumstances, but this has to do with me collapsing, right? It's not her fault, I just collapsed on my own. I strain hard and somehow managed to lift the upper half of my body off my bed. But that's all I can manage, and I don't even think I can move an inch more. But since Hisui's depressed, I have to force myself to act as fine as possible. Honestly, getting into a fight over me? Even if you look like an adult, you're still a child. But you completely fainted, Nissan. You were out for more than 10 hours. That's a problem. Yeah, I would mark that under that is not a good thing. If it was for like a couple hours, that'd be one thing. But 10 hours? That's a long time to be somewhere unprotected. And nothing like this has happened before. If you never woke up, what would I have done? Oh, idiot, don't say things like that. Wasn't this just anemia? Huh? Wait, it's 10 o'clock already? Yes, you were unconscious since noon. She speaks hesitantly. I wasn't worried about me, but my promise to meet with Arcuate at the park, I wasn't worried about me, but rather my promise to meet with Arcuate in the park at 10 o'clock. Oh, geez, no, I have to go. Akiha, I have to go, so I'll leave the rest to you. Don't bully Hisui, okay? Don't say such stupid things. I won't ask where you go every night, Nissan. I won't ask, so please, at least tonight, take it easy on your body tonight. This is literally the exact same things we were saying to Ark, and it's now reversed on us. So let's see what he does. I'm okay. Alright, so he's okay. God, they are made for each other. This is pretty regular. When I was in middle school, I used to collapse twice a day. You know that, right, Akiha? That's why I'm more worried. Nissan, please listen to what I have to say, at least just for tonight. She looks me in the eye with a serious expression. I feel like it's actually a good thing to know why. But then Arcuate would be mad at us. Well, that's what save games are for. Let's try and push ourselves. Because then if we die, we're good. We can restore. I'm happy she's worried about me, but she's not my girlfriend for this route. That's weird. She's my sister. For this route. So, let's go see Ark. But I can't break my promise with Arcuate. Yesterday, she waited 3 hours for me. That's not the whole reason, but with just my usual anemia, I don't want her to keep on waiting. Alright, I'll go to sleep for today. Saying that, I lie down. Really? You're not gonna sneak out of the room later? No, no, no. No, we won't do... No, we won't do that. Hey now, do you think I could sneak out in this shape? Yes, come to think of it, that is true. Akiha breathes out and visibly relaxes. Hisui, tell Kohaku that Nissan is awake. Nissan, what about dinner? Oh yeah. I wonder what's for dinner. No, tell Kohaku-san I'm sorry, but I don't think I can eat right now. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I understand. Then Hisui, tell Kohaku that. Still looking downcast, Hisui nods and leaves the room. Then I will go back to my room. If anything happens, please call for me. No matter what time it is, I'll come right away. Oh, now I feel like a jerk. I can't do that. I feel too bad. I feel too bad. Shikata nai. Can't be helped. I'm afraid I'll make her cry if I keep going against her. Yeah, let's... I can't do it. Alright, I'll go to sleep for today. Actually, this time. Saying that, I lie down. Really? You're not going to sneak out? No, I get it. To tell you the truth, my body feels incredibly heavy. I don't think I could sneak outside. Thank goodness. Akiha breathes out and visibly relaxes. Tell Nissan is awake. What about dinner? Yeah, I can't eat. I'm just gonna go to sleep. For realsies, though. I understand. Then Hisui tell Kohaku that. Still looking... Wait, is it the same thing? It's this... It's the same thing. It's the same thing, pretty much, but we just actually don't sneak out. I'm going back on my word yet again. Okay. I gotta go see my girl. Sorry. GFs come before family. As it should be. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Akiha turns off the light and leaves the room. Sorry, Akiha. Saying that, I lift myself up. Oh, just lifting myself up causes my consciousness to swim. This isn't like my normal anemia. I know that, but I can't keep Arkawade waiting forever. God, this would be solved with a cell phone immediately. Knowing her, even if I left her there, she'll wait forever. I wobble to the desk. I take my knife out of the drawer and put it on my jacket. Dang. Like this, I really won't be able to sneak out. I have to gather up my strength just a little more until I can at least run comfortably, or Hisui will find me and take me back to my room. Sorry, Arkawade. Looks like I'll even be later than last night. I sit down on the floor. 1 hour. If I rest for another hour, I'm sure I can leave. Oh, we're gonna fall asleep, huh? No, did we make it? Oh, wow. I made it to the park before midnight. In the end, even after waiting an hour, my body still hadn't recovered, so it took me an hour to get there. I pant heavily. As my chest heaves rapidly, I look around me. Night hangs over the park. Near the place we decided to meet, there's a white figure standing. I knew she'd be waiting. I let out a large breath. Seems like Arkawade notices I'm here. She walks straight towards me. Hey, Shiki, it's already 2 hours past the agreed time. What were... She cuts off as soon as she sees my face. Hey, what's wrong, Shiki? Your face is so pale I can't even sense life in you. This isn't normal. Yeah, my anemia acted up again. It happens like that every now and then. Nothing to be surprised about. More importantly, sorry for making you wait for 2 hours. No, I really don't mind, but Shiki, you to come out in your condition is just weird. Even though she was really angry earlier, now it seems like she's really worried. Well, I made a promise, didn't I? I said I'd help you, so I'm not going to skip out on you. Well, that makes me happy, but Shiki, you don't seem to understand your body at all. You don't need to tell me that, Arkawade. I've been carrying this recurring anemia for 8 years now. I'm pretty sure I understand my body. No. No, you don't understand how unstable your life is. I sensed it earlier, but now I know clearly. Shiki, you are always standing close to death. I don't know if it's a reaction to your mystic eyes of death perception or not, but you are walking on the thin line in between life and death. Saying that your anemia this time isn't a big deal because it wasn't a big deal before is a big mistake. She looks directly into my eyes coldly. Look, Shiki, your resistance to death by external means is higher than that of most people. That's probably because you've already faced death once before. But on the other hand, you have almost no resistance to death from internal causes. That anemia of yours, it wouldn't be strange if you die from it. What are you saying? Are you saying I'll get killed by something like a cold? Shiki, I'm trying to warn you seriously. I'm glad you came, but you have to think about your health first. So just go back for now and rest. She draws me closer to her. She really must be worried about me because she's totally defenseless as we get closer. Before I can pull back. Her chest touches mine. My head is assailed with another kind of dizziness than usual, you know what I'm saying? All the things I didn't realize, before the softness of her breasts, the whiteness of her skin, her beautiful golden hair, her womanly charm. It's the good stuff. Arquid, please get away. What? You're saying you can't trust the word of a vampire like me? Why are you saying that all of a sudden, idiot? There's no way I won't trust you. Liar. Then why can't you look at me? Did you get away from me because of a personal issue? I'm a guy, so if you get this close, it's a little troubling. You know, my Napoleon Bonaparte, you know, my penis. Giving a small voice of surprise, Arkowitz steps back. Whew, for the time being, that racking, huh? Thinking about racks. Dual dizziness brought about by my anemia and Arkowitz subsides. I guess she finally realized her situation and looks at me embarrassedly. That idiot. Seeing her do that makes me think she's incredibly cute. This is troubling. I said stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I mumble that quietly so not to be heard. The words are not directed at her, but to me for being excited by her. He's like, no, stop, calm down. She's a vampire. Doesn't work that way. Or does it? There really is something wrong. No matter how pretty she is, she's a vampire. Oh, so is that actually going to be a thing? Bro, remember the words. Remember the words of our bro who's just like, yo, if it's a vampire, let her suck my blood. Like, that's what you should be on the wavelength of. Because, yeah, that's how it is. Vampire should not be something that subtracts. It should be something that adds on. You know? Just what am I thinking for getting something like that? Anyways, I'm not that beat to have you start worrying about me. Besides, if I was attacked like I was last night, I might really die. Oh right, we should probably tell her about that. So I can't take my time doing this. Shiki, what did you just say? I said if I was attacked like I was last night again, I might really die. He is trying too, so we have to find him as soon as possible. Saying that, I suddenly remember. Oh right, I forgot. Last night I was attacked by one of those dead. Last night, after we parted? Yeah, he was entirely wrapped in bandages and was waiting for me by the mansion. Arkowitz's expression suddenly turned serious. I can't believe it. How could you forget something so important? Well, your boobers wiped my mind. I was too busy thinking about them. I couldn't help it. I've been through stranger things today. Okay, I need to address this. Have you seen the Stranger Things crossover with the Seven Deadly Sins mobile game? They're doing a crossover between Stranger Things and the Seven Deadly Sins. Yes, that anime, the one with Melodious and like the tall chick who's the best character because giant woman. And all the Stranger Things characters are anime. I think that crossover has officially beat Negan from it being in Tekken as the frickin' buck wildest randomest crossover. It's beat it. At least Negan fits, kind of. Oh well, more than that. Please tell me in detail what happened, Shiki. With serious eyes, Arkwood interrogates me on what happened. Let's see. I calm down and describe as clearly as I can what happened last night. But I don't tell her that the bandaged man was seeing the lines of death. Why? That seems pretty important. Why would you not include that, buddy? That seems like kind of the most important part. I can't The worst she'll say is, no one else can do that. It was just good. That's the worst she can say. You should tell her. Okay, but it might just been my mistake. Yeah, that's how it was. Finish my explanation, I read Arkwood's expression. From when I started until now, her eyes remained sharp without any gentleness. So, what is it, Arkwood? The bandaged man? The person wearing those robes like some priest? Are they, enemies of yours? Yes. Both of them are enemies. I don't know just who or what that bandaged man is, but that woman wearing those Catholic robes, I have an idea about. She narrows her eyes as if she was in a bad mood. No, she looks less like she was in a bad mood and more like she's irritated. I may know the person who helped you, Shiki. Man, if it's really her, she'll probably be able to find the enemy before me. She bites her lip vexedly. Is that a bad thing? I mean, if you're working together to get those kills, if you're hunting vampires and she's hunting vampires, I assume at least that's what she's doing. Is there a reason? Is it just the prestige of, I don't want to give it to the church. I don't want the church to kill Steele. Or is it like an actual reason? I wonder. Wait a minute. I didn't say that person was a woman, though. No, there's no mistake. That woman is the only agent given authority to hunt heretics alone, and who uses black keys that combine the cremation rite and the steel shell effect. Her irritability is almost like hostility. Even when she spoke about Nero, her voice was never saturated with emotion to this extent. Arkwood, that person who helped me, is she a vampire? Of course not. She's a member of those who see vampires as their enemy. It doesn't exist in this country, but there's an organization that considers vampires or beastmen as heretics and goes around killing them. I'm sorry, there's beastmen that are still around? I feel like that's a pretty big thing. Also, that's interesting. It doesn't exist in this country. Because like, I mean, just from a actual, like, historical perspective, there are lots of Catholics in Japan. Like, when I went to Japan, I saw Catholic churches. That's just... I also saw the Church of Scientology of Japan. That building was massive and terrifying. But unless... And I may be wrong here. I may be wrong. But in Fate, is the church different from churches? Like the Catholic Church? Like basically, is the Pope wielding black keys? Or is it like separate? I don't know that. But I'm also thinking this is a bit weird because, as we know, in Fate, we have the church operating in Japan through Kodomine. And then we also have, in the Apocrypha timeline, we have, you know, a character who operates out of Japan, and another character, let's say, who is the guy who fought for Catholic rights in Japan at the Shimabara Rebellion. So, when you say that they don't exist in this country, is that more of a they don't have a major presence in this country? Or is it like, no, there's none of them here? So that's why I'm a bit confused. I guess we'll have to see. It is interesting because in the more Nasuverse media, like stepping away from the Fate there, even though, I mean, I'm talking about El Malloy in this case, which is like, it's Fate, but it's like kind of not. But they do refer to Japan as a backwater rural country, and that comes up a couple times. So maybe it's just like the perception. I don't know. That's me world building guessing. I'm sure the comments will be full about, you know, saying things that I'm wrong, or I don't know. Trying my best. I'm trying, okay. But let's continue with learning about this, because, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn that. Maybe she'll say something and we'll just be like, oh, there we go. The one who helped you was the most troublesome of that kind, exorcists. But that's strange. The burial agency wouldn't have sent an agent this soon. Arkwood speaks softly to herself. I can't understand what the hell she's talking about. Exorcist? I mean, like a priest or something? Well, it's not wrong, but it's not quite right either. Well, it'd take a long time to explain, but just so you know, for now, that there are those who go around exterminating vampires. She tells me to just understand, but... More importantly, why did you fight? You said you teamed up with me, but you never said you'd fight by yourself. She glares at me. She seems seriously concerned about my safety. Well, that's not fair, Shiki. Keeping it a secret, having all that fun by yourself. Oh no, oh no, or not. Now, how did you jump to that insane conclusion? Huh? You weren't trying to hide your monopoly on prey from me? She says something so absurd with a straight face. Idiot, that's not it at all. Fighting him was just a turn of events. Just a turn of events. I didn't plan to fight with the dead or vampires without you. Oh, what kind of turn of events? My sense of justice as a normal person or something like that? Kind of regret it now. Justice? She tilts her head as if trying to say, what's that? Yeah, I was painfully shown yesterday. It is just a justification. A justification. Haha. Ho, justification. Wait. Let me try that again. Let me go. No, just wait. I gotta go like this, and then I gotta go like this, and then I go... That's the best I can do. My head is too big to effectively dab. What a cursed existence I wield. Back then, when I realized there was a figure in front of me, there was only fear. That thing, that guy, I knew right away he wasn't normal, but all I could do was tremble. And then I brought out my knife to meet him and began a fight to the death. You can't kill someone using a cheap notion like justice. People kill to preserve their own life. That's the most primitive, simple logic of the beasts. That logic, at that time, if that person resembling Senpai hadn't come, I probably would have executed that action without hesitating. Arkwood, that person who came to help me, can you tell me a little about her? There's nothing more to tell. She's an inquisitor from the church. What I said earlier, the group that's like a nemesis to all vampires. This burial agency, not so much exorcists as murderers, no, killing machines, are a specialized group responsible for dealing with heretics. I'm very surprised that their eyes reach even in the far east. Arkwood crosses her arms while deep in thought. She looks devoid of emotion, entirely different from before. She's serious. She might be thinking more seriously about this enemy than the enemy she's after. Arkwood? I don't quite understand, but those exorcists hunt vampires, right? Then aren't you their target too? I ask her that because I'm a little worried. No, of course not. They are only natural enemies of the dead apostles. We don't fundamentally mess with each other, so there cannot even be a fight. But if she is who I think she is, then she has to be armed with the 7th Holy Scripture. That sounds badass, but I don't know what that is. There's the danger of her getting there first. Getting there first? I can't quite grasp what she's saying. I don't quite get the details, but it seems like Arkwood doesn't appreciate the emergence of this person who resembles Senpai entering the stage. I like how through this whole time, he never once says, hey, this person resembling Senpai, could it be Senpai? No. He always refers to them as, oh yeah, that person that looks like Senpai. Buddy, honey, you've got a big storm coming. Oh boy, it's gonna rock your world like a hurricane, I'm sure. Well, I guess it doesn't concern me. Well then, now that we're calmed down, shall we begin? I didn't come here for nothing, so maybe we should at least find one of the dead. Oh, no, that's him saying it. There we go. Jeez, what are you saying with such a pale face? We got off topic because you said something weird, but didn't I tell you to pay more attention to your body? Arkwood glares at me. I didn't think she was before, but she does seem honestly concerned about me. Okay, your body is more unstable than most people, so if you don't rest at a time like this, you're risking your life. You pass out a lot, not because of anemia, but because your body understands it's in danger, which certainly makes ending scenes quite easy to write, because we've had multiple scenes now where it's like, oh, there's the conclusion, alright, good night, and then he just wakes up in his room, which is like, God, that's a free get out of writing the ending card. Your body senses danger before you do, so it stops working to prevent your body from getting any worse. For real? There's no reason for me to lie, right? Anyway, I warned you. Whether you believe me or not is up to you, Shiki. Up to me? Well, I don't think there's any reason for you to lie to me. As I speak, I sink deep into thought. I always thought I passed out because my body was weak from anemia, but now she's saying it's because my body is trying to protect me like a safety switch? What is this? Anyway, we won't go investigating tonight. I don't think the enemy will reappear until his wound is healed, and if he appeared by your house without using the dead, that means he doesn't have any left. She says this all severely. If she says so, I can't argue. In the first place, it's impossible for me to go look for vampires by myself. Alright, if you say so, Arkwood, I'll rest for tonight. Yes, please do. Not only did you get attacked last night, but your body is so weak now. It'll be troublesome if you don't sleep tonight and return to your normal self by tomorrow. I see. It's true that I can't really help you in this condition. Okay. I'll get myself fixed by tomorrow. No, that's not it. It's boring talking to you when you're like this, so I want you back to normal, that's all. She almost seems disappointed. I knew it was useless to try and understand her. I'll be heading to the mansion. See you tomorrow, Arkwood. Raising a hand, I start my walk back. Hey, Shiki. Arkwood stops me. What? Is there something else? Should I escort you home? Yeah, please do. That's probably good for us. She averts her gaze and speaks hesitantly. In her own way, she really is worried about what happened last night. Thinking that, I guess it's not that bad. Oh, before I can say yeah, I suddenly stop. Wait. Aren't you forgetting your vow you made just now, Shiki? No matter how pretty she is, Arkwood is a vampire, which means she's an expert at sucking. Bro, you have to do this. I can't forget that. If I relate myself to Arkwood more than necessary, I'll feel across a line I should never cross. Dude, don't be a coward. Just do it. Just do it. Just have a nice, healthy relationship with a vampire. It's like Slayer and his wife in Guilty Gear, you know? Just a nice just completely normal, you know? She doesn't have to turn you. You can just have a nice, healthy man and vampire relationship. And who knows, maybe when you're at the end of your life and you're like, I'm not done yet. Give me some of that sweet, sweet vampire juice and hook me up, then boom. Now you're immortal. Now it's all good. Cut it out. I don't need to be worried by you. Don't do things that don't suit you, stupid. Yeah. Just a little, for just an instant, Arkwood looks down, but then raises her head. Then, see you tomorrow. Waving her hand goodbye energetically, the white-clothed vampire walks off into the darkness of the night. Well, would be a shame if we came home and got killed on the way home. Oh. DNM. Do not move? Dot nut mutton. Die, new Mercedes. Doom. Okay, well. Let's continue. In my dream, I'm staring at the moon. I can't remember where I am or why I'm looking up at it. Maybe I looked up into the night sky, not wanting to see anything, and the moon happened to be there. My back creaks. Coursing through my veins is an image of coldness, a solitary darkness that makes me dizzy, a radiant moon that sickens my heart. Strange. The overwhelming coldness feels more like a sense of nostalgia. Shiki-sama. I can hear Hisui's voice mingling with the morning light. Shiki-sama, it is time. Please wake up. Her inflectionless voice awakens me. Ooh, as soon as I wake up, terrible things enter my vision. I get a headache just like I was shot in the head. I almost lose my just awakened consciousness. Before I fade away completely, I quickly grab my glasses. Hey, Hisui, can you, hand me my glasses every morning? If you just, as soon as you walked in the room, grab my glasses and give them to me, that'd be great. It'd just be one small step. I feel like there's no explanation needed. She'd just be like, yeah, I do that. You know, it's just simple motion. I mean, I assume it's right on the bedside table, so it's literally just, you're lying in bed, you just immediately, grab, put them on. It should be nice and quick. That's where I keep my cell phone, actually. Usually, I put my cell phone right there, so, when I'm waking up, first thing I do is I go, grab my phone, grab it, take a look, open up Twitter, and go, oh, yeah. No, actually, that's a lie. The first thing I do is I open it up, and I look at all my comments on YouTube, because I put my videos up at 5 a.m., so then I look at them, and I usually go, huh. Yeah, that's, you guys are smart. That or I'm getting yelled at by people in the comments, so either way, it's a good way to start the day. A little bit of motivation, either positive or very negative. Just depends on how you guys are feeling. So, we'll see. Anyways, hi Shiki-sama. Or no, that's me. Hi Hisui. Are you not feeling well? Nah, I'm just a little tired from yesterday. I'll be alright, so don't worry. Lightly shaking my head, I clear my head of what I was seeing, which is my arms freaking out behind my back for some reason. Last night I forced myself to keep my promise with Arkwood, so my body isn't back to normal yet. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me up as always. Sitting up in bed, I do my best to try and smile naturally, which is like this. It's the best I can do. No, this is my duty. There's no need for you to thank me, Shiki-sama. Oh no, but really I am grateful. You are infinitely better than an alarm clock. Can't stick my dick in an alarm clock. What? Huh? That's not this route. Don't worry. That'll come later. As will I. I stand up. It's not yet 7 o'clock, but 10 minutes earlier than I usually get up. Breakfast? I'll be there soon, so please go ahead of me. Yes, I will wait for you in the sitting room. Giving a bow, Hisui exits the room. Did she cook for us? Is that why she's getting us up early? Well then, Still feeling a little sluggish, but it's not too bad to skip school. I'm sure after I eat the breakfast Kohaku-san prepared, I'll feel a lot better. As usual, Akiha is sitting on the sofa and Hisui's waiting by the wall. Good morning, Nissan. Did you sleep well last night? Akiha greets me calmly as I enter the room. She knows. She absolutely knows. She doesn't know I left last night. Nobody she knows, I'm sure. Since she was so worried, I feel guilty for sneaking out. Yeah, good morning, Akiha. You're up early today, too. No, I'm like always. Nissan? As if reading my mind, she looks directly at me. Is there something on my face, Akiha? No, that isn't it. Nissan, are you really alright? You still do not look well. So if you're still sick, maybe it is better if you just rest today. Oh, that's it. I relaxed, realizing she did not find out about last night. Woo! We're good! No, I'm really okay. I'll be better sooner or later, so please don't look so worried. Okay. If you say so, Nissan, then I will not say anything. She goes quiet, still looking worried. It's quite rare for you to be convinced this quickly. It's not like you. Hey, I'm always sensible. I only warn you because you're the one with the problems. So please do not blame me for your imperfections. She glares at me. Ah, yeah, it's more like it. Hey, Hisui, doesn't it not feel like morning unless Akiha gets harsh? Boy, that doesn't feel like it's in good taste after she nearly beat Hisui to ask her that. Is it because I suddenly called out to her because she doesn't know what to say? Hisui neither confirms nor denies my statement. Again, maybe because it was in poor taste. See? Look, Akiha. Look, Hisui thinks so too. Don't be foolish. Hisui doesn't say anything because she is surprised. Wrinkling her forehead in a frown, Akiha glares again. Also, I've always wanted to say this, but you rely on Hisui too much. You've been sleeping since yesterday, so it would have been fine if you woke up earlier. But you always wake up late. Are you slacking off because Hisui does not say anything? What? You make it sound like I'm causing her trouble. Not like. You are causing her trouble. Hey, don't you think so, Hisui? Hisui still doesn't say anything and stands there quietly. See? Hisui says she thinks so too. No way! She didn't say anything at all. Hisui is silent, but her silence feels like she's agreeing more with Akiha. Oh. Yeah, that's the noise I just made. Thank you. I feel like it's now 2 against 1. Shiki-san, breakfast is ready. With great timing, Kohaku-san's voice echoes through the room. I'm gonna go eat. I quickly head towards the dining room. How does, like, 2 characters switching facial expressions deal more damage to my soul than any, like, plot thread of any AAA video game? All it needs is, like, a relationship down sound, which is the worst sound ever. The sound of you messed up, and that, you know, like the Sakura Wars, like, do-do-do-do-do. That's the worst ever. I would rather die than, like, ever hear that. I feel the silent pressure of the 2 behind me drilling in my back. It's still omega whack. There is no kitchen scene. Or dining room, I guess. Either way. Like, that's such an important place. After breakfast, I head back to the sitting room. Akiha's in there and Hisui's the only one standing. Huh? Akiha left for school already? Yes. It is also time for you to go to school as well, Shiki-sama. It's already 20 after. I guess I should get going soon. To be honest, I still don't feel too good, but I'm sure I'll return to normal soon. Sorry, Hisui, but can you get my bag from my room? I'm gonna wash my face. As you wish. After getting all my preparations done, I leave the mansion. Holding my bag, Hisui sees me off at the entrance. I'll be going. I'm not sure when I'll be back, but probably by dinner. Yes, I will be waiting. She gives a silent bow. There's a trace of uneasiness on her face. Hisui, are you feeling sick? No, it is not me, but you do not appear well. I'm unsure if it is a good idea to let you go. She speaks hesitantly. I'm alright. I don't feel great. Just a little heavy. Jeez, both you and Akiha like to worry a lot. Is that so? If it is just us, then that will be fine, but... jeez. I'll come back early today. I'll come back early today and rest, so that should be good, right? I won't overdo anything, so don't look like that. Yes. Forgive me, Shiki-san. She almost said San. That was close. She caught herself. Definitely wasn't me. She still looks very worried. I'm off. I'll be better by the time I get back, so please relax. Shiki-sama. I ignore her and leave the mansion. Ignoring women. It's my superpower. The image of Hisui watching me uneasily remains in my head. I head towards school. My feet are heavy. Feels like I'm in another person's body as I head down the hill. It's probably just the weariness from last night. Even though I thought I would recover right away, the sluggishness doesn't fade. It's 10 minutes until 8. School gate is flooded with arriving students. By the gate I see a familiar figure. CL Senpai. It's a completely normal morning scene. What I saw at that time, if it wasn't for that, it would be a normal morning. Not even knowing what I plan on doing, I chase after Senpai. Hey Senpai, been to church recently? Have you prayed to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? How do you feel about keys, especially black ones? What about crimson ones too? What about vampires? Senpai! Call after her. Oh, good morning, Tono-kun. It's strange meeting you out here. Yeah, I saw your figure from behind, so I ran after you, Senpai. Dang, what a figure to be behind, am I right? Yes, I do know. I have been told that apparently CL's butt is her, to quote the Japanese, charm point. I know about that. That's... They know what to do in designing characters. There was something I wanted to ask. Sneak a look at her face. Yes, what is it? She faces me with her usual gentle smile. Senpai. 2 nights ago, hypothetically, just like throwing this out there, were you near my house? Just hypothetically, you know, just on the off chance, in a, oh god, he's going in a black coat and a skirt flowing in the wind. What are you talking about? Yeah, well, yeah, the high-lace boots suited you. I was kind of fascinated. You looked really cool. Huh? Senpai tilts her head. She frowns like she doesn't understand my words completely and then denies it. I don't quite understand, but you're saying I was near your house 2 nights ago, looking like that? Yeah. Senpai, that was you, right? No way. Tono-kun, are you saying I look like I have really that much free time? Senpai's really angry. She can't be playing dumb or lying. No. That's not it. I just saw someone that looked like you in the park last night, so... Senpai gives a sigh. Tono-kun, that wasn't me. I don't have that kind of hobby. Yeah, no. I just wanted to ask. Certainly after saying that, she is right. CL Senpai and the person that night aren't related at all. Buddy, you literally lied to get out of your room, and now when another character lies, you're like, there's no way. People don't lie. You literally lie yourself so often. In the first place, Senpai's just a normal person, and if she was actually there, well then she had to see me fight with the bandage guy with my knife. She saw such a gruesome scene, there's no way she could talk with me normally like this. So, sorry, please forget about it. I guess there's just someone else. That's fine, but did that person really look like me? That weird person? Well, I'm not too sure. It was dark and far away, huh? Yeah, it was far and I couldn't make out her face. So why did I think it looked like Senpai? Maybe there was something wrong with me. I cross my arms and think. Then the 10-minute bell rings. Ah, crap, we'll be late. Bye, Senpai. See you later. I dash into my classroom. Still 5 minutes before class, so it's very noisy inside. Question. To those of you who have evolved past the school phase, you know, let's call you adults, even though there's better terms, obviously. But what I'm trying to ask is, does everyone else still have the high school dreams? Like, I'm talking like almost every single night I have dreams that I'm in high school still. And I kind of am getting tired of them. Not because of the subject matter. I actually loved my time in high school. I thought high school was like super fun and it was wonderful and I had friends and it was great and there was like romance and, you know, fights and like it was awesome, right? But I'm wondering if, do I still have the high school dreams all the time? Because I go to school still all the time? Is that why? Or does that just not go away for most people? Because, like, I'm tired of the stress of it. Like, it was always a stressful time getting, like, a new schedule of classes and needing to run between them. But, like, now I'm having new schedules every time I'm falling asleep and new schools that are, like, labyrinths and they go on forever. And I'm like, please, I just want to have a dream with Saber again. Please. I don't want the fire dreams again. I'm done with that. It's been a while since I've had a fire dream, which is good, because that was scary. When Shiro was having the fire dreams, I started having fire dreams. That wasn't good. But the dream where I gotta go on a date with Saber was the best. And again, I will reiterate its subject matter. We were on a bus tour of Afghanistan. And she got sent to prison in Afghanistan. And I had to break her out. And it was amazing. No more high school dreams. More Saber Afghanistan prison break dreams, please. Anyways, let's see what's happening in the school here. Arihiko isn't here. Oh, darn it, knowing him will probably come in around second period. Why always late, bro? Lunchtime. Looks like Arihiko's not coming. Inui Arihiko and Yumizuka Satsuki are the two people absent today. Yumizuka Satsuki has caught a cold or something, and she'll be absent for a while. Senpai doesn't seem to be coming too, so I guess I'll just eat by myself. I say that, but I'm not hungry. Oh, what is it? I didn't feel so good to begin with, but after coming to school, I feel a lot worse. It's not just my body feeling heavy. The scar on my chest is irritating. It's an annoying sensation. Uh-oh. Got bad news, bud. That full body itch, that's called jaundice. You're going to turn yellow, and you're just going to make your first viewing of Infinity War be a right pain in the butt. No, it was Endgame. I had mono during Endgame. It kind of sucked. My body would not stop itching. And I was yellow. Like Simpsons yellow. I got better. Also, mono's called the kissing disease. Because you get it from kissing people. Spoiler alert, I never kissed anybody. Except Saber in my dream. Oh God. Anyways. Maybe I shouldn't have come to school. For a brief moment, I see the worrying faces of Hisui and Akiha in my mind. Maybe the fact that I ignored Akiha's wishes for me to rest last night and instead went to see Arcuid might have caused this. Being worn out just by sitting, I start to feel a strange uneasiness. Class has started already. Which class was it? Can't remember today's 5th period lesson. Even though I look at the blackboard and stare at the marks left behind the teacher's chalk, I still don't know what class this is. Oh god, this literally is how my dreams go. I can't read it. The letters start to flow like water and mix together like some sort of hallucination. Oh, I feel like I'm going to throw up. Dizziness. My mind starts to slide away. Click, click. That's me. I'm clicking the mouse. Tremble, tremble. Creak, creak. Wobble, wobble. But they don't fall down. Those noises stick out. Incompatibility. Where's that inconsistency coming from? I can't settle this feeling of something being out of place throughout my body. It fills me to the brim. As if my bones are sliding out of place in their joints. Yes, my joints are out of place. It causes the unnatural feeling. My corpse is burning unseen smoke and crumbling away. Click, click, tremble, tremble, creak, creak, wobble, wobble. I fall from my chair. A girl screams. I hear the footsteps of the teacher running to me. I hear the teacher mumble, "Aw, crap, not again." I hear the teacher say, "I really didn't want more paperwork. Come on, I wanted to go home and just relax tonight. Damn it." Even though I've completely passed out, I calmly watch myself from far away. Is my dude astral projecting? What follows is like always. Collapse from anemia. I was carried to the clinic where I slept until I recovered. Since I had a fever of over 38 degrees Celsius past 7 o'clock, the school's closing time, the nurse called my home for someone to pick me up and went home. That's interesting. They actually would, like, keep you there until 7? Wow. And this resulted in... You have casual clothes? I love them. You and, like, a character from Fate Hollow Anorexia, who I won't spoil, because I'm trying to avoid Fate spoilers for people who watch this first, share an outfit. You're just missing glasses. Are you okay, Shiki-san? You still have a fever, so please do not hesitate to lean on my shoulder. Yeah, that's how it is. No, I'm alright. I can at least walk, so please don't worry. Stepping away from Kohaku, I attempt to bluff my way out of it. Jeez, it's embarrassing enough for Kohaku-san to come pick me up. The day I lean on her shoulders, too, I'll die. Well, that's not good, forcing yourself like that. It isn't your fault your body is weak, Shiki-san. So you can ask for help a little. I won't tell Akiha-sama or Hisui-chan, so it's okay to depend on me for now. With a gentle smile, she takes my hand. Yeah, sorry. Blushing furiously, I meekly do as she says. Certainly, I might collapse if I continue to be stubborn. There's a car waiting outside, so please hold on until then. Pulling my hand, Kohaku-san starts to walk. Ugh, this isn't good. Just walking makes me incredibly dizzy. I depend upon Kohaku-san to lead me to the stairwell as I hold on to my consciousness. That was a weird cut, huh? Why am I going up to the 2nd floor? Kohaku-san, this isn't the right way. Call out to her. There's no response. No, not only that, I don't feel her hand or even see her. Kohaku-san? I use all my foggy consciousness to look around me. There's no one in the hallway. Only the moonlight streaming from the window is vivid. It comes suddenly. Ugh, the sound of my heartbeat, and a chill that races up my spine. Thump, tap. Who's walking towards me? Thump, tap, 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 tap. In the darkness, the footsteps draw closer. This is similar to the fear I felt that one time. Kohaku-san? I call her name. Not to call for help, but to tell her to escape. I frantically call her name. Kohaku-san, Kohaku-san, Kohaku-san! Where is she? I don't see her anywhere. The footsteps are near me now. At least I want Kohaku-san to escape here unharmed. It's useless, Shiki. She's already done. I hear a voice. In the darkness in front of me is the bandaged man who tried to kill me that night. Joel from Vine Sauce? Why is it? I feel like I know this person's face. You sure aren't lucky. If knew it was like this, I think you missed an eye in there, guys. I wouldn't have waited for you in front of the mansion. The footsteps draw closer. I try to move, but I can only totter along. I guess I pushed my body too hard every day. Seems like my body at the very last moment broke down. This is the end, so I'll tell you. This is my lair now. I hear a stabbing sound. In his hand's a knife. The silver blade pierces directly into my heart. I collapse to the ground. I feel death working its way from my very fingertips. My mind fades away, drop by drop. In that process, with my fading mind, I look up at the sky. I have nowhere else to look, so I just look there. The blue moon is in the night sky. Okay, I'm happy you're calling it blue this time. How stupid. I'm about to die, but I'm charmed by such an ordinary thing. When is this memory from? In a forest like a black veil, on that terrible night. Just like this, I was staring only at the moon. Oh, dang. We found our first bad ending. Will you take CL Sensei's lesson? We have a Tiger Dojo? Yes. Teach me, CL Sensei. Look at her outfit. Oh my god, it's so good. Hello. The hint corner for the poor lost Tono-kun who ended up in a dead end without knowing his left from his right. It's time for Teach Me, CL Sensei. I see. You have come to the 5th period. I think there are a lot of Tono-kuns who fall into this end. Well, it is your divine punishment. Forget your own unluckiness for associating with such a woman. Why? You're not one to talk, CL. After all, your goal from the beginning was always beep. Now then, normally there'd be no chance of salvation, but some of you came here in spite of rejecting that Sany vampire. Sany, even though she's a vampire, I'm picking a fight, so I'll throw you a lifeboat. There are about 3 reasons you came to this dead end, but to avoid it, you have to reassure your sister sometimes, you have to indulge a stupid woman's selfishness sometimes, and to find a dirty vampire, try going to a very dirty place. None of that means anything to me. That's about it. Hey, CL. I don't get this. Why the frick does she have cat ears? Question denied. Or so I'd like to say, but there seem to be many questions on this, so I will answer it. DNM. D is for dizzy, N is for not healthy, and M is for moon. Oh. Okay. It's the same initials as Dark Night Moon. It's a small play on those words. I see, that's weird. Why that little? Well, this ends the lesson this time. Everyone, please remember to use proper Japanese. Well, looks like I'm going to need to reassure my sister by staying inside next time, I guess. I think that should be good enough. I think so, at least. We'll see. Hey, I think the fact that we got this far and we only now got our first dead end is good. Is it? Oh. Oh. That's a lot of endings. If it doesn't count the bad ends. Huh. Huh, indeed. Alright, guys. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time for some more Let's Read Tsukihime, where let's try and figure out where the frick we need to go. Maybe, who knows, I'll just pick the stay home choice and we'll be good. So, we'll see how it goes. See you guys next time for some more, though. Bye-bye.